It is a huge project that will cost quite a significant amount of money, with the intention of opening up the region's northern transport corridor. It's the Lamu Port, South Sudan, Ethiopia Transport Project, or LAPSET going by its acronym. In total, an estimated 2 trillion shillings will go towards its actualization. The project that was launched in March 2012 remains the region's most ambitious infrastructure development. Once completed, it will integrate the economies of the 3 countries while opening up Eastern Africa to global trade opportunities. But since its launch, the development has been marred by a myriad of challenges, chief among them lack of sufficient funds. These hurdles have delayed the construction of Lamu Port, the development's starting point, and cast doubt on the project's takeoff.
Previously, people used to say we shall do A, B, C, D with regard to the Lamu Port. Now we are starting to do exactly what we said we're going to do.
But now things look positive for LAPSET going by the ongoing works in Manda Bay, where the new port will sit. An initial 20 billion shillings is being injected in the construction of 3 berths. 48 billion shillings is needed to complete the new port, which will dwarf the Mombasa port in size and capacity. Already, several preliminary and support infrastructure such as the port headquarters, port police station, electric power connection to the national grid, and water reticulation network have been completed. When I visited the site a few weeks ago, construction works were in top gear. This special kind of ship is being used to dig the seabed to ideal levels and raise sections that are undesirably low. They call it dredging and backfilling respectively. Now, this is a process that will continue for the next 22 months. The plan here being to dredge an estimated 14 million cubic meters of sea soil that will be used to reclaim land that will eventually be used to host the container terminal. The terminal will stretch for 1,200 meters in length and measure 700 meters in width. Its area will be 840,000 square meters. That's close to 100 standard football pitches. The first berth will start operations in June 2018.
We're going to work together with government to find a model, a good model that is going to be of economic value to this region as well as the rest of the hinterland.
That model will see the government fully run operations at the first 3 berths of the Lamu port. The remaining 29 berths will then be open to private entities through public-private partnership models.
The business side of it will be run by private sector. The regulatory functions, security functions, among many other port management functions that belong to governments will squarely belong to the government agencies and the government itself.
As a Vision 2030 project, LAPSET will also be defined by modern highways, railway lines, international airports at Lamu, Isiolo and Lokichogyo, resort cities in the same locations and a pipeline. Even then, most of them, save for a number of roads, are yet to take off. And what more, in 2015, Ethiopia took the shine away from LAPSET when she entered into a separate pipeline deal with Djibouti. The government insists the country is still keen on seeing LAPSET come to fruition.
When the Prime Minister of Ethiopia was here earlier this year, one of the bilaterals that was signed was on LAPSET. And that's why immediately after, our team from Kenya Railway and LAPSET went to Ethiopia for the joint discussions.
With Djibouti having positioned herself steadily to serve Addis Ababa and other northern areas of Ethiopia, Kenya's Lamu port has the geographical advantage to economically engage many parts of southern Ethiopia.
The southern part has a population of about 50 million people. That's the population of Kenya. And those are the ones we are saying that we want to access them to access the ports through our port of Lamu.
Last year, Uganda dealt a blow to the project after it chose Tanzania as a preferred partner in the development of a crude pipeline through the port of Tanga as opposed to the Lamu port. It's only South Sudan that's still holistically tied to the regional project. However, the political instability in the young nation equally renders LAPSET's situation dicey, but the government won't buy that.
Africa is doing all its best to support Southern Sudan. So we believe those problems and challenges they are going through will be temporary and they'll be over. So it is not impacting on their investment strategies.
And that's why Kenya is determined to set the pace in actualizing the project. Patrick Igunza, Citizen, Live at 9.